God's chosen ones. If your body shows these signs, you are a chosen one. Spiritual awakening. Link tamkau. https www.youtube.com watch vs ivi iabina zow. Dear chosen ones, have you ever felt an unshakable pull, a deep sense that you're meant for something more? What if your body itself could hold clues to this mysterious calling? Could the marks on your skin or the way you feel certain things in your heart reveal that you are, in fact, among the chosen ones? Many of us have asked ourselves if we're truly different, if there's a unique purpose we're meant to fulfill in this world. Perhaps there's a quiet knowing within you, a feeling that you're part of something greater than yourself. Throughout history, the idea of the chosen ones has captivated minds and hearts. In the Bible, we see examples of individuals who were chosen for extraordinary paths. Think of David, who was anointed as king despite being the youngest of his brothers. God saw greatness in him that no one else did, and David rose to become one of Israel's greatest kings. Or consider Esther, who was called upon to save her people with courage and wisdom, even when she feared for her life. These weren't perfect people, but they were chosen for specific, powerful purposes. But what does it mean to be chosen? It's not about fame, power, or fame. It's about being set apart to fulfill a higher calling, to serve a greater good. Sometimes those of us who feel this sense of purpose find ourselves discovering unique characteristics that point to this divine path. In this video, we'll explore physical signs, the subtle clues that your body might be revealing, which could suggest that you are destined for something extraordinary. As it's written in 1 Peter 2:9, but you are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, his own special people, that you may proclaim the praises of him who called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. These words remind us that each of us may be chosen for a divine purpose, to reflect the light of God's calling in our lives. So, if you feel called to explore what makes you unique, stay with us. You may just discover something remarkable about yourself. And if you feel a resonance with this message, type 777 in the comments below. This number has long been seen as a sign of spiritual completion and divine favor. Perhaps it's the first sign that you are indeed one of the chosen. Let's begin. God's chosen ones. If your body shows these signs, you are a chosen one. 1. Unusual birthmarks. You may have paused and wondered if the birthmark on your skin holds a deeper meaning. It could be a small, seemingly insignificant mark or an intricate, noticeable pattern, yet the fact that it's been with you since birth makes you curious about its purpose. Birthmarks come in various shapes and forms. Some are dark and irregular, like port wine stains, while others may be lighter, like cafe au lait spots. And in some cases, these marks appear in remarkably unique patterns that seem almost artistic. But across different cultures and time periods, these markings have often been seen as more than just random physical traits. Some believe they carry spiritual meaning, representing divine favor, protection, or even remnants of past lives. Consider the story of Cain in the Bible, where God placed a mark upon him as a form of protection after he committed a grave act. This mark signified that he was chosen in a way that set him apart from others, despite the complexity and darkness of his story. In the book of Revelation, a seal is placed on the foreheads of God's servants as a mark of their special role in divine plans. These scriptural examples highlight how birthmarks, or physical marks, have long been interpreted as symbols of spiritual importance, divine selection, or protection. Could your birthmark hold a similar significance? Historically, many ancient cultures believed that birthmarks were more than mere physical features. They were thought to reveal secrets about one's destiny or past life. Some believed that a birthmark could be an indicator of a purpose that carried over from a previous existence, a clue to one's life's mission. In some traditions, birthmarks were seen as protective symbols placed by the divine to shield individuals from harm. It's fascinating to note that some historical figures, known for their leadership, wisdom, and courage, were also noted to have unique birthmarks. This only deepened the mystery surrounding these marks, leading people to wonder whether they had a spiritual or mystical origin, shaping their roles in history. But what about you? Could the birthmark on your body be more than just a random genetic trait? The next time you catch sight of that mark, whether it's a small subtle spot or a bold pattern, pause and reflect. What if it signifies something greater, a reminder of a deeper purpose or calling within you? Could it be an indicator that you are marked for a special destiny or divine mission, just like those figures from history? When you look at your birthmark, consider its meaning not only as a physical mark, but as a symbol that connects you to something beyond this life. What if it's a reminder that you are part of a greater plan, meant to carry out a special role in the world? Could this mark be a sign that you are chosen for a purpose that transcends the ordinary? The next time you see it, remember that sometimes the messages we receive aren't always in words, but in the very markings on our skin. 2. Unusual sensitivity to light. This sensitivity to light is not just a minor quirk, it's a powerful signal that sets you apart. Have you ever wondered why you seem so affected by light in ways that others aren't? It goes beyond merely squinting in the sun. Those who are chosen often possess an intense sensitivity to light, feeling its presence and energy on a level that's both profound and challenging. When you enter brightly lit spaces, like rooms with fluorescent lights, do they feel too intense or even overwhelming? Maybe you instinctively reach for sunglasses on days that others consider comfortably overcast. This isn't just about protecting delicate eyes. It's a deeper, heightened perception at work. Think about your interactions with light in different situations. Do you find that certain types of illumination seem to bring awareness to subtleties others miss, such as auras or energy fields around people and objects? In Matthew 6:22, it says, "The eye is the lamp of the body. If your eyes are healthy, your whole body will be full of light." This heightened sensitivity may be an invitation to understand aspects of the world that others overlook. Could it be that this ability to perceive subtle energies and changes in light is a gift to see beyond the physical? Another sign may be the way your skin reacts to sunlight. It might burn easily, or you might develop a rash even after brief exposure. This isn't just a skin issue. It's a reflection of your body's unique alignment with the sun's energy. Perhaps your skin acts as a kind of sensory antenna, fine-tuned to light and energy around you. Even at night, you may find that your vision adjusts quickly to darkness, allowing you to navigate with ease, while others struggle to see. This nocturnal clarity hints at a kind of inner vision, an insight that can help you find direction in both literal and metaphorical darkness. Have you ever felt that these sensitivities are more than mere physical traits? Instead of seeing them as inconveniences, embrace them as indicators of a special role, a calling to perceive the world on a deeper, more spiritual level. This awareness of light is a gift, a gateway to connecting with energies that others miss. Could it be that you were chosen to see the unseen? Let these perceptions guide you. There's a reason they were entrusted to you. 3. Recurring numbers or patterns. Have you ever felt like certain numbers are following you around? You check the time and it's exactly 11:11. You buy a coffee and the receipt total reads 333. Later, your favorite song starts playing, and it's track number 11. Coincidence? Many believe it's not. These recurring numbers, sequences like 111, 333, or even personal numbers that hold special meaning, are more than random events. In the realms of numerology and spirituality, they're often seen as divine messages, subtle guidance, or affirmations that you're being watched over. Consider the meaning behind specific numbers. 1111 is often called a wake-up call, a reminder to pay attention to your thoughts and surroundings. It's as if the universe is nudging you to notice your path and align with your highest self. Is it a mere fluke that you keep seeing it, or could it be that you're meant to pause and reflect? In John 16:13 it's written, "But when He, the Spirit of truth, comes, He will guide you into all the truth." Could these numbers be small signs guiding you toward a truth only you are meant to see? Similarly, 333 is seen by some as a symbol of protection and divine guidance, with ties to the presence of ascended masters, those who have reached spiritual enlightenment and are said to watch over and support others. When you repeatedly encounter this number, it could be a comforting reminder that you're not alone in your challenges, that there's a higher presence walking with you. Imagine being gently reminded in moments of doubt, as if the universe is whispering, "You're not alone, we're here with you." What about numbers unique to you, like your birth date? These patterns are deeply personal, often speaking to the heart of your journey. Have you noticed certain numbers appearing at critical junctures in your life? These synchronicities could be a sign that something significant is unfolding, that you're being guided towards specific milestones. Remember Romans 8:28. "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him." Perhaps these recurring numbers are reminders that you are exactly where you need to be, that each moment is part of a divine plan crafted uniquely for you. The next time you notice a recurring number sequence, pause and listen. What could it mean for you? Countless people report feeling comforted, reassured, or even directed by these mysterious patterns. Maybe, in this vast universe, we're all chosen in our own unique way, receiving messages meant only for us. Keep your heart open to these signs. They might be guiding you toward a truth that is quietly calling your name. 4. Vivid dreams or visions. Waking up with your heart racing, the remnants of a dream still vivid in your mind, might make you feel like it was more than just a passing thought. These aren't ordinary dreams. There's something different about them. They linger in your mind with a certain intensity, as if they are trying to tell you something. Sometimes they may even reveal glimpses of events that haven't occurred yet, or present symbols that carry a deeper significance. It's as though these dreams are reaching beyond the ordinary, offering you insights into realms beyond our usual perception. Throughout history, there are many examples of people who experienced prophetic visions and dreams that shaped their lives and the world around them. Joan of Arc, for instance, claimed to have received divine guidance through her visions, which led her to become a leader in battle. Winston Churchill, during the turmoil of World War II, had a vision of Allied victory, which bolstered his resolve in dark times. These figures were profoundly impacted by their dreams, and many believe these moments of divine insight played a significant role in altering the course of history. Could it be that your own vivid dreams are calling you to a higher purpose? In the Bible, God communicated with prophets and others through dreams. The book of Daniel tells the story of how King Nebuchadnezzar's dream was interpreted by Daniel, revealing important truths about the future. Dreams were used as a way to communicate divine guidance and offer wisdom. Could your dreams be trying to tell you something important, preparing you for what lies ahead, or offering a spiritual insight that you might not yet fully understand? For those who experience recurring vivid dreams, Keeping a dream journal can be an invaluable tool. Writing down every detail, no matter how fragmented or obscure, can reveal patterns or recurring symbols that hold personal meaning. Over time, you may notice that certain themes emerge more frequently. This could be a sign that your dreams are trying to guide you or offer a deeper message. In Joel 2:28 it is written, "Your old men shall dream dreams, and your young men shall see visions." This passage suggests that dreams and visions are powerful tools for receiving divine messages. Could these repeated symbols be encouraging you to take a closer look at your path in life? Interpreting dreams is a deeply personal process, and not all dreams carry the same weight. What feels significant to one person may have a completely different meaning to another. However, if certain dreams seem to resonate more powerfully with you, or if they align with events in your waking life, they may be tapping into a deeper spiritual connection. The key is to trust your intuition and allow your inner wisdom to guide you in understanding the messages within your dreams. When you wake from a vivid dream, take a moment to reflect. What if this dream is a glimpse into something important that you're meant to understand? Could it be preparing you for something in the future, or helping you to uncover hidden truths? Just as figures throughout history have been guided by their dreams, perhaps yours are nudging you toward your own purpose, waiting for you to listen and act on the wisdom they carry. 5. Unexplained physical sensations. There are moments when you experience sudden physical sensations that leave you wondering if something deeper is at play. Maybe you felt an unexpected tingling or prickling sensation running across your skin. Or perhaps your body temperature changes suddenly without any obvious reason. One minute you feel warm, and the next you're struck by an icy chill. These unexplained sensations may seem unsettling, but many believe they carry a deeper significance, possibly tied to spiritual awakening or heightened sensitivity to energies that most people aren't attuned to. Some individuals view these sensations as signs that your spiritual awareness is expanding. In spiritual circles, tingling or prickling sensations are often linked to the opening of chakras, the energy centers within the body that govern physical, emotional, and spiritual balance. These sensations may indicate that your energy centers are becoming more active, allowing you to feel subtle shifts in energy around you. Could it be that these physical experiences are tied to your spiritual growth, signaling a deeper connection to the energies that flow through the world? When these sensations occur, they might not always be coincidental. Sudden warmth could be interpreted as a surge of spiritual energy. It's said that when the body feels warmth without any external source, it might be a sign that you're receiving divine energy or that your aura is being strengthened. Similarly, chills that seem to come out of nowhere could be a signal of spiritual presence. Some believe they indicate that a spirit or an energy being is nearby, offering guidance, protection, or simply making its presence known. While unexplained physical sensations can feel intriguing or even unsettling, it's important to approach them with a balanced perspective. Many of these experiences can have medical explanations that should not be overlooked. For example, tingling sensations, often associated with spiritual awakenings or energy shifts, could actually result from nerve compression, poor circulation, or vitamin deficiencies. Similarly, sudden temperature fluctuations, whether a wave of warmth or an unexpected chill, might be linked to hormonal changes, stress, or even the onset of illness. Before jumping to conclusions about the spiritual significance of these sensations, it's essential to prioritize your health and well-being. If you frequently experience these sensations, it's crucial to consult a healthcare professional first. They can help rule out any medical conditions, such as nerve disorders or early symptoms of illness, ensuring that your physical health is addressed. In 1 Corinthians 6:19-20, it's written, "Do you not know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit, who is in you, whom you have received from God. You are not your own. You were bought at a price. Therefore, honor God with your bodies. This reminds us to care for our physical health as part of our spiritual responsibility. It's important to first make sure that these sensations aren't signs of physical imbalance, ensuring you're in the best shape possible to further explore their possible spiritual meanings. Once any medical causes have been ruled out and your health is confirmed to be sound, you can then explore the deeper spiritual significance of these sensations. Many believe that heightened physical sensations, such as tingling or sudden temperature shifts, may indicate spiritual sensitivity or a form of awakening. These sensations might be signs of your energy centers becoming more open or your spiritual awareness expanding. In the Bible, God often used physical experiences to communicate or empower his people. For example, in Acts 2:3-4, it is described that the apostles were filled with the Holy Spirit. They saw what seemed to be tongues of fire that separated and came to rest on each of them. The physical manifestation of fire was a sign of spiritual empowerment. Could these unexplained sensations be a similar sign that you are being spiritually awakened or empowered? In interpreting these experiences, it is essential to be patient and discerning. Spiritual experiences are often deeply personal and should not be rushed into conclusions. As we take care of our physical health, so too should we nurture our spiritual well-being, allowing time for these experiences to unfold with clarity. Proverbs 3:5 reminds us, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding." This wisdom encourages us to seek divine guidance and to trust that, with time and discernment, we will understand the purpose behind these sensations. Remember, your body is often the first to signal when something is off. Whether these sensations are physical or spiritual, the key is to listen carefully, seek appropriate help, and maintain an open mind. It's only after addressing any medical concerns that you can fully embrace the deeper meanings of these experiences and explore the possibility that you are becoming more attuned to the energies around you. Balancing both the physical and spiritual aspects of your well-being ensures that you can walk a path of growth and awareness, free from uncertainty and doubt. 6. Strong empathic abilities. Empathy is a powerful trait, an ability to not only understand, but also share in the feelings of others. It's like having an emotional radar that picks up on the energy around you. For some, this radar is highly tuned, almost as if turned up to its maximum setting, making them more sensitive to the emotions and energies of those around them. If you find yourself deeply affected by the emotions of others, or if you can enter a room and instantly sense the atmosphere without anyone uttering a word, you may be experiencing the heightened empathy that comes with being a highly sensitive person or an empath. This sensitivity doesn't stop at emotions. It extends to subtler cues in your environment. You might be able to detect the smallest change in someone's tone of voice, or notice a new picture on the wall, even when others are oblivious. Your senses seem to be constantly alert, picking up on details that go unnoticed by most people. While this ability can be a gift, helping you connect deeply with others and offering genuine comfort, it also comes with its challenges. You might feel drained after social interactions, particularly in large groups or chaotic settings. The world around you may seem overwhelming at times, loud, bright, and filled with intense energy that others aren't even aware of. Being an empath means you might constantly absorb the feelings of others, leaving you emotionally exhausted. In many ways, this sensitivity is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it allows you to form meaningful connections and understand people on a deeper level. Your intuition is sharp, helping you navigate social situations and relationships with ease. On the other hand, the emotional weight can sometimes feel like too much to bear, and setting boundaries becomes vital. You may find that you need time alone to recharge, to clear the emotional energy that you've absorbed throughout the day. But there's a deeper spiritual aspect to this heightened empathy. In 1 Corinthians 12:7-11, Paul speaks about spiritual gifts, saying, "To each is given the manifestation of the Spirit for the common good." Empathy, when understood as a spiritual gift, can be seen as a way of connecting with others in a profound, even healing way. The Bible often shows how God uses people with strong spiritual sensitivity to help and guide others, like in the case of the prophet Elijah, who could discern the needs of others through divine insight. 1 Kings 19. Just as Elijah was attuned to God's guidance, those with strong empathic abilities may find their sensitivity is a way of perceiving deeper truths and offering spiritual support to others. Embracing your empathic abilities doesn't mean trying to change who you are. It's about learning how to channel these gifts in a way that empowers you and helps those around you. It's about setting healthy boundaries so that your energy doesn't get depleted, and practicing self-care to recharge when needed. Your heightened sensitivity is a unique gift, but it requires wisdom to navigate and manage. As you learn to harness this gift, remember that it's a divine calling to tune into the deeper currents of emotion and energy. Just as Jesus showed great compassion and understanding for others, Mark 1:41, you too have the potential to offer empathy that heals and uplifts those around you. By learning to protect and nourish your empathic abilities, you're not only enhancing your own life, but also becoming a beacon of light and understanding for others who may need it most. 7. Affinity with nature or animals. Have you ever felt a unique bond with nature or animals that seems beyond the ordinary? Maybe plants thrive under your care, or animals naturally seek your company and seem unusually calm around you. If this sounds familiar, it could be more than just a simple affection for the natural world. It might be an indicator of something extraordinary, perhaps a spiritual connection that some cultures recognize as a deeper bond with nature or animals. Many believe that certain individuals can communicate with the natural world in ways that others cannot, with some claiming to have animal guides or nature spirits guiding their path. Could it be that you're one of these special individuals? This connection to nature often goes beyond just enjoying a walk in the park or tending to a garden. It could manifest in a profound sense of responsibility to protect the environment. You might find yourself motivated not only to recycle or use eco-friendly products, but also driven by a deeper, almost spiritual need to protect the planet's ecosystems, animals, and natural resources. Have you ever felt this deep-rooted calling to be the guardian of the earth and its creatures? If so, you may be tapping into a powerful connection that has a greater purpose. The signs of this connection can be subtle, but they are unmistakable once you notice them. Perhaps you're the person who can bring wilting plants back to life with little effort, or animals, even the shyest ones, instinctively trust you. You might feel a sense of peace and calm when you're surrounded by nature. While others may find certain natural settings ordinary, they feel deeply comforting and grounding to you. Your sensitivity to the environment might also extend to an uncanny ability to sense weather changes or shifts in the natural world before they happen. Could your heightened awareness be a divine gift meant to guide you towards something greater? In the Bible, we see instances where God's creation is deeply connected to His plan. In Psalm 104:24, it says, "How many are your works, Lord? In wisdom you made them all. The earth is full of your creatures." This reminds us of the divine order within nature, where every plant, animal, and creature has its role in the greater design. If you find yourself drawn to protect these creations, it may be a sign that your bond with nature is part of your purpose in life. Just as God entrusted humanity with the stewardship of the earth, Genesis 2:15, perhaps you have been called to be one of those who help care for the planet and its creatures. But this bond isn't just about you and your affinity with the natural world. It's about how you can use your gift to make a difference in a world that needs it. The Earth is facing unprecedented challenges, from climate change to the loss of biodiversity, and those who feel a strong connection to nature might be uniquely positioned to help lead the charge in environmental conservation. As we're reminded in the book of Revelation 11:18, the time has come for judging the dead, and for rewarding your servants, the prophets, and your people who revere your name, both great and small, and for destroying those who destroy the earth. This verse highlights how important it is to protect and honor the earth, as those who harm it will face judgment. Your unique connection to nature might be part of a greater purpose, one that calls you to raise awareness, protect the environment, and ensure the future of our planet. Could your bond with the natural world be a sign that you are meant to speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves, the animals, the plants, and the ecosystems that need our protection? This isn't just about the connection you feel. It's about using your gift to make a lasting impact on the world around you. The bond you share with nature could be your invitation to contribute to a more sustainable and harmonious world, where all living things thrive. 8. Skeptical perspective. While it's easy to get swept up in the excitement of believing you might be chosen, it's important to take a moment and consider a more skeptical perspective. Many of the signs and experiences we've discussed, such as heightened sensitivity, vivid dreams, or unexplained physical sensations, can often be explained by science and psychology. For instance, that gut feeling you have when something seems off might not be divine intervention. It could be your subconscious mind processing information more quickly than you realize. Our brains are constantly taking in data from the world around us, and sometimes our instincts pick up on things we aren't consciously aware of. Have you ever felt a sudden sense of dread or excitement, only to later find that your instincts were right? It's a fascinating phenomenon, but it's rooted in our brain's ability to analyze and react without us even realizing it. Similarly, vivid dreams or prophetic visions can often be attributed to other factors, like stress, anxiety, or an overactive imagination. When we're under pressure, our brains tend to work overtime, and our dreams can reflect this heightened emotional state. Just as we see strange patterns in our waking lives, our dreams might be our mind's way of processing unresolved thoughts or emotions. Could these intense symbolic dreams simply be the result of our mental state rather than a deeper spiritual message? It's worth considering, especially if these dreams often coincide with stressful periods in your life. It's important to approach these extraordinary experiences with a balanced perspective. Before jumping to conclusions about being chosen, take a step back and ask yourself, are there logical explanations for what I'm experiencing? It's tempting to embrace the idea of being part of something special, especially when the experiences feel so real and personal, but it's essential to reflect and not rush to conclusions. Our minds are complex, and it's easy to fall into the trap of confirmation bias, seeing patterns or meaning in things that might not have any deeper significance. In fact, the Bible itself advises caution when interpreting signs and wonders. In 1 Thessalonians 5:21, we are reminded, "But test everything. Hold fast what is good." This verse encourages us to carefully consider and test our experiences against reality, ensuring we don't fall victim to false interpretations. In moments like these, grounding yourself in reality is just as important as exploring the spiritual. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of feeling chosen, but it's equally important to stay connected to the practical aspects of life. Reflecting on your experiences with a critical eye doesn't diminish the potential significance they hold. It helps ensure that you're not deceived by your own mind or external influences. Ultimately, finding a balance between spiritual exploration and logical reasoning will lead you to a deeper understanding of your experiences, allowing you to approach them with both wisdom and clarity. After all, just as we are reminded in Proverbs 3:5-6, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight." 9. Unusual body language. When we observe someone's body language, certain gestures can stand out, almost as if they're telling a story without words. You might notice some individuals often tilt their head, cross their arms in a particular way, or make other unique gestures. These body movements might seem unusual at first glance, but could they hold a deeper meaning? Some believe these quirks could be signs of someone being a chosen one, individuals who process information differently or are more in tune with the energy around them. For example, a slight head tilt might indicate that someone is attempting to see the world from a unique perspective, as if they are questioning or understanding things in a way that others cannot. A person who consistently crosses their arms might be subconsciously protecting themselves from sensory overload or feeling overwhelmed by their surroundings. Could these gestures reflect a heightened sensitivity to the world around them? However, before we get swept up in the idea that unusual body language is a clear sign of spiritual elevation, it's important to consider other possibilities. Body language often reflects our mental and emotional state. A head tilt or crossed arms could be signs of curiosity, discomfort, or even defensive behavior. Our bodies often communicate in ways that we're not fully aware of. Gestures can be habits, reactions to stress, or unconscious expressions of how we feel in certain situations. These gestures don't always point to something spiritual, but could instead simply reveal our internal state. It's crucial to be mindful of the context in which these actions occur. Are they happening in moments of stress, confusion, or deep thought? Or could they be unconscious ways of processing information in a fast-paced world? There's a fine line between assigning spiritual significance to these gestures and acknowledging the more grounded psychological reasons behind them. While it's tempting to view them as signs of being chosen, it's important to remain open to the possibility that these actions may be more rooted in everyday human behavior than we initially assume. What does your body language say about you? Are you exhibiting gestures that might suggest you're processing information or emotions in a unique way? Or could these gestures simply be reflections of your current state of mind? Understanding body language, both our own and others, is a valuable tool for navigating social interactions. It can offer insight into how people are feeling, even when words fail. And while unusual body language can indeed signal something extraordinary, sometimes it's just our way of coping with the complexities of life. As we reflect on these subtle cues, we may find that the deeper meaning often lies in the balance between the spiritual and the psychological. While the idea of body language offering clues about being a chosen one is intriguing, it's important not to jump to conclusions without considering the full context. Body language can often be a reflection of individual personality traits, cultural background, or even emotional states. It's essential to remember that these gestures, such as a tilt of the head or the crossing of arms, might also be simple habits or responses to external stimuli like discomfort, stress, or situational awareness. It's important to consider all factors at play before attributing deeper significance to these behaviors. Regardless of whether you subscribe to the idea of being chosen or not, embarking on the journey of self-discovery is always valuable. These experiences, signs, and feelings can serve as starting points for personal reflection and growth. Understanding yourself better, your reactions, your feelings, and how you engage with the world can help guide you toward a more fulfilling and purposeful life. However, always prioritize your health and well-being above all else. If you're experiencing unusual symptoms, sensations, or feelings that seem out of the ordinary, it's wise to consult with a healthcare professional. A thorough medical evaluation can help rule out any underlying health issues and provide peace of mind. Once you've addressed your physical health, you can then explore these experiences from a broader perspective, including any spiritual or emotional interpretations. At the end of the day, it's important to remember that everyone has unique gifts, qualities, and strengths that make them special. Whether or not you feel like a chosen one, your worth is not defined by mystical experiences, but by the way you live your life and the positive impact you have on others. Focus on becoming the best version of yourself, embracing your uniqueness, and sharing your gifts with the world. As we've journeyed through these 9 extraordinary signs that could indicate you are among the chosen ones, it's clear that these experiences aren't just coincidences. Whether it's an unusual sensitivity to light, recurring number patterns, vivid dreams, unexplained physical sensations, or a deep connection with nature, each one of these signals points to something greater. It's as if the universe, or perhaps divine providence, is trying to tell you that you have a special purpose, a unique role to play. In the Bible, we see the recurring theme of God choosing individuals for a greater mission. In the book of Esther, for instance, Queen Esther was called for such a time as this. Esther 4:14. Could it be that you too are being called for a higher purpose beyond what the world can see? Just as David was chosen from among his brothers to be king, 1 Samuel 16-7, or as Jesus himself selected his disciples, each sign that you experience could be God's way of guiding you toward your destiny. Are you paying attention to these messages? Are you allowing yourself to see the deeper meanings behind the strange experiences in your life? The recurring numbers you see, the vivid dreams you have, or the unexplained sensations, are they divine signs calling you to embrace your unique gifts and fulfill your purpose? Take a moment to reflect on these 9 signs we've explored. Have you ever felt a heightened awareness of the world around you? Have you experienced uncanny moments that left you wondering about their meaning? Could you be one of the chosen ones? As the Apostle Paul writes in Romans 8:28, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. Perhaps you too have been called for something extraordinary. If you feel that these signs resonate with you, don't be afraid to lean into your gift, your connection to the universe, your empathic abilities, and your heightened awareness could be the key to unlocking your true purpose. The world needs individuals who are in tune with their higher calling, who can stand in the light of truth and make a difference. Now, I want to hear from you. What signs have you experienced that made you wonder if you are chosen? Share your thoughts and stories in the comments below. Let's have a conversation and help each other grow in understanding. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so that you don't miss out on future content that can inspire and empower you. Thank you so much for watching, and may God bless you abundantly on your journey. Remember, you are never alone. You are part of something much greater than you can imagine. Stay blessed.